I ignored my destiny once. I cannot do that again. Even for you. I'm the only one who knows that. At least I'm the only one with the will to act on it.
The Mad Titan Podcast with your host, Jay Washington.
Titans go!
What's happening, everybody? I know it's been a while, but we're back. It's episode 24 of season 2 of the Mad Titan Podcast. And me, resident civil, Mr. Jay Washington. And your boy,
B to the C.
I'm sorry. For those who are new, this was a guy who's been here since the beginning of the second season, and this may be your first and last time hearing him. So hopefully you fucking enjoy him.
You know, goddamn well, you ain't getting rid of me.
I don't like you that much. Anyway.
You love me.
Nah, it's been I know we've been gone for like a week and a half or something like that, almost 2 weeks, but it really wasn't nothing. It was like little bits and pieces of stuff here and there. And now a lot's happened that we can talk about.
Shit.
Overall. But before we do all that, man, what you been up to, bro?
Nothing, man. Chilling, having car trouble. The opposite of you. I'm out of here. So like I got my oil changed on Saturday, right? I got the whole weekend off. I'm like, this is going to be a good weekend. I'm going to go run some errands, do some stuff. All right, it's going to be good. I go get my oil change. I run out to my Italian grocer that's really far away. All right, then I go pick up some CBD. I'm on my way back, and my check engine light comes on. All right, check engine light comes on all the time. All right, cool. I'll deal with it, and it's not a big deal. Then the oil can light turns on.
You just got an oil change.
Yeah, so I'm gonna take this back to the spot and say, hey man, you know what's up with this light? I get almost there, and all of a sudden my battery light turns on, and I'm like, oh, that's not good. But then I realize, oh, when the battery light turns on, normally the car is shut off.
Yeah,
I start checking the gas. I'm like, oh, I'm on the highway and I'm a glider, bro. I'm just gliding here. I got to pull over. Once I pull over and look, there's a puddle of oil under the car.
Jesus.
So apparently some filter was old and corroded. So the bottom like fell out and the oil just leaked. So they have my car now. And they've got a coil is all fucked up. So they're trying to replace that. And if they can replace that, good. If not, they got to get me a whole brand new engine.
That means you get a new car at that point. When they tell you got to get a new engine, you just get a brand new car.
Basically.
Yeah.
So that's been quite a pain in the ass. And now I'm driving the mechanic's loaner car. Which is, I assume, just his. And he's just like, here you go, drive my car. It's not a good car.
Oh, it's one of those cars, huh?
Yeah.
It's one of those. You're just like, hey, go ahead, take this. You know what I'm saying? It gets you from point A to point B, probably point B, but it should do something. Oh, damn.
Don't try to go to point C, though.
Yeah, don't you have no extra destinations. You ain't going to make it. You ain't going to make it at all. That's it. I mean, damn, that sucks, bro.
It was a pain, but you know, I'm dealing with it.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, I understand completely. It's I was, everybody knows I was renting cars like crazy left and right, and I finally just said fuck it, and went to drive time because I kept seeing the commercials. Commercials keep getting me in life. I went to Everest because of commercials, and now I went to drive time and got a car. I got me a 2019 Hyundai Elantra. 2019 Hyundai Elantra. It's pretty dope. It had like 80,000 miles on it when I got it. I got a note for the first time, but here's, for me, I was like, compared to what I was spending on rentals.
Yeah.
I was spending almost $1,000 a month in rentals. I'm not tripping off having my note. And after I get my plates, I'm gonna go take my car to my bank and have my bank refinance me to make it lower. Have my bank buy the car and then I pay the bank. So, do that. So that was that. It's been busy, seriously, on my end. A lot of good things have been happening, to the point where I had to sit back the other day, yesterday, matter of fact, and I had to realize that I was doing dope shit. Like, I get stressed out over bullshit. And when I say that, I mean, like, as a stand-up comic, there's certain things you feel like you want to do and have to do to
Yeah.
advance in your career. So Just for Laughs, this big comedy festival in Montreal, Canada, is one of the top festivals in the world, is doing auditions. I don't have an audition, so I was getting pissed.
Yeah.
But I had to remind myself the audition process for that whole thing is political.
Yeah.
How a lot of people is having the representatives to get you in and all this other shit. It ain't got nothing to do with just talent, because because for the most part, you see people get it, and you be like, "How in the fuck?" But I digress on that. I saw that a bunch of friends of mine will be doing taping digital sets for Comedy Central at the end of the month. I was a little bit upset about that, but then I was like, you know what? I'm good. I can do without it. And something else had happened. I just was like feeling, oh yeah, the Comedy Store had announced their new class of paid regulars,
Mhm.
and it was 15 motherfuckers. And I was like, well, they're not passing nobody else this year. So I was like, fuck, I thought I was being that group.
Yeah.
So, but it's like, yo, there's still more than likely the possibility you getting passed next year. So it's not out the question. So I had to look at things differently. And then, like, I started stressing out Friday real heavy about shit. And when I started stressing out and was literally going to my fucking head, ran to the gym like I typically do.
Mhm.
And at the gym, I get a text from my agent, was like, hey, this thing you submitted to wants to know if you're available Saturday and Sunday. I said, yeah, I'm available, but Saturday I gotta be out by 8 p.m. because I gotta be in Long Beach at 9. And Sunday I gotta be out by 7 because I gotta be at the Comedy Store at 8. And she was like, all right, I'm gonna let them know and see what they say. And so she got back to me. She was like, well, check your email. They said cool. Boo, boo, boo. So I go, and it's a pilot I'm filming on 2 days. So pilot is, for those who are not familiar, just to give you a little backstory, it's what people what they sell, what they make to try to sell TV shows. There's always one episode made to show this is what the show would be. And then from that, they decide if they're gonna make more or if they're just gonna say fuck it all together. So I'm like, all right, cool, I'm filming on pilot. I get there and I see one of my homies. I get the call sheet for the night that night, and I see one of the comics that I know. She's on it, so she hit me up. She's like, "Yo, I'll see you tomorrow." And I was like, "Cool." So I get there, and she like, I'm like, "What the fuck is this?" So she had worked. She had did the fitting the day before. She's like, "Oh, this is a pilot for 2 major Hollywood stars," and she told me who it is. Now I can't divulge that just yet,
Major.
but they are. You can be mad all you want, but technically,
One
they
of them is.
both are. Both are. So I was like,
Oh, I
what?
get it. You got to be good because you're on the show with these people, so you got to love them both.
I ain't gonna love a motherfucking thing. I just know the truth. But so did that, and then found out who it was, and was like, this is dope. And so then got to work with them for the weekend, and that was cool. Then I'm going to be doing some more VO stuff for Vendabona Productions that runs America's Funniest Home Videos. So that's gonna be some dope shit to do. A lot of just just trying to stay busy and focused, and it's about to get crazy out here because a lot of shit's gonna shut down.
Yeah, because the writing strike.
Well, here's the thing. For those who follow the industry, we know the writers are going on strike, but the writers going on strike sets up a perfect storm for the studios.
Mhm.
Here's why. The reason the writers are going on strike is because of money. If the writers go, because they deserve to get paid more.
Mhm.
If the writers go on strike, the directors will go right behind it. If the directors go, then we as the actors and SAG-AFTRA go right behind it.
Oof.
That will shut this whole motherfucking industry down. Well, as far as real production, let me say that. When I say that, real production, because what's about to happen is you're about to get a bunch of reality TV shit. You're about to get reality TV, game shows, all this shit that don't require real writers or real directors, because the way you get around that, you're like, well, how do people write game shows? You don't have writers, you have what's called segment producers. So when I tell you, man, this shit is like crazy. So me trying to stay busy outside of that has been, to make sure I'm able to bring in income other ways and stay and not just focus solely on acting. has been a godsend per se. And I was at a party, a pajama party like 2 weeks ago, and no one knew because like unless you knew where I was going because I didn't take pictures because I was in the moment, ladies and gentlemen. You have to be like it's not one of them parties where everybody's just taking pictures. Everybody just chopping it up, chilling. Like I got to see the homie David Ramsey. I was chopping up with Ramsey for a while. I was chopping up with Eugene Bird. I was chopping up with Tracy Toms. I was chopping up with a bunch of people. Upper echelon, baby, upper echelon. But nonetheless, it was cool just talking to him and having the conversation about the industry and how to deal with it and navigate through it.
Yeah.
Being newer, I've been in it, but being newer to the level in which I'm hidden, shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so shit's been cool, man. And then shit with Black Boy Content Club has been popping. Man, it's been good. It's been highs and lows, but more highs than lows.
Which is good. And you deserve that shit.
Thank you, bro. Much appreciated to that. So for those who are new and just heard me rambling and him rambling for a while, for those who are new to the show, what we do here is get you caught up on all the things happening in the Marvel and DC live action cinematic universe. It is barbershop talk for nerds. So what that means is, like I tell every week, I'm going to say some shit. He going to say some shit. You might get in your feelings. That's on your motherfucking fault. I've already had 2 people who I've had to tell, I don't give a fuck what you think, because they tried to come at me. I guess here's the problem, and I'm just going to call it for what it is. A lot of people took what I did with Winston on Blurs in the Hood and made it think as it was an open door to just be, he's going to be friendly, buddy with everybody. Yeah. And that's not the thing. Like, I'm not saying I'm an asshole to everybody, but we're not close like that.
Yeah.
We're not close like that. And I think people forget yes, we make it where it's like you have a rapport with us and we rock with you. And there are a lot of people who, outside of even Patreon and shit like that, I talk to and just, we chop it up on a regular.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But some people get it misconstrued like you fucking know me and you don't.
Yeah.
Because what happens is if you come to me like you think you know me and you don't know me, when I talk to you and tell you about your motherfucking self, now you like, oh my God, how dare you? No. How dare you? How dare you? And it is, and BC knows me personally. It is never to be like I'm better than anybody on anything else. It's just that if you don't know me, don't come for me. I don't give a fuck what the internet has made. The internet and social, Michael Tyson has said it best. Social media has made people getting comfortable with talking shit and not getting punched in the mouth.
Fact.
Right? Because you think you can say anything to anybody. And if somebody says something back to you, you know what I'm saying? You think you can say somebody can say something back to you, they're wrong. Nah, I'm that one. You got the right one here. And I know I've been told, yo, you can't do that shit anymore. You can't just come at people. And I'm like, fuck them and their mama. But anyway, there's a bunch of shit we got to get through, and we got to do it in a short amount of time. So I always kick things off with my Marvel news of the day. Y'all know what the biggest story is. Let's get it out the way. Jonathan Majors has been dropped by his manager and his PR team following his domestic violence arrest. Now, the problem with everything, the agencies dropping him are like it's a given.
Yeah.
It's a given. You don't want it to happen, but when you have somebody that's high profile like that and the situation, it's a given. The text messages that his lawyer released to basically clear his name, I guess you said it that way.
Yeah.
It makes everything conflicting and confusing, right? So there was rumors that Marvel is said to be trying to recast him. Rumors. But go ahead.
The way I heard it was they're discussing what to do, which could mean anything. And then we came up with the rumor that, they're trying to replace him.
Right. Now the homie Jeff Snyder, who does the hot mic. Now, Jeff Snyder, here's the thing about Snyder. I cannot argue with a lot of shit Snyder says because I know that Snyder legitimately knows people even further deeper than I do in many cases. Yeah. And so a lot of times when Jeff gets shit, it's pretty legit and real. But Jeff said that they may be looking for somebody like a Damson Idris from Snowfall type to replace him. But according to Deadline, there's been 0 conversations about him being recast.
Okay.
Now, when this all came out, we did the number one thing I was like, yo, we're going to do here. We're going to play apples to oranges for all intents and purposes. Jonathan Majors, Ezra Miller.
Mhm.
Jonathan Majors. Now, supposedly there's video. Now, this video is the difference. Like, we haven't seen video.
Yeah.
Right? The authorities and all these other people have seen it, quote unquote, who are privy to it. Allegedly. But whatever that is the case. I think the thing is, look, if Jonathan Majors did this shit, then deal with it accordingly. Plain and simple. I say deal with it accordingly. That's it. That's all. If it's a bunch of bullshit, then deal with that. Let it go. But Ezra motherfucking Miller is about to go on a press tour.
I heard he wasn't going to be on the tour.
You cannot promote what they're going to do. It's not supposed to be, but what they're going to do, and by them I mean Warner Brothers, is they're going to control who talks to Ezra.
Okay.
They're going to control. You're not going to get a random blogger or some popular YouTuber talking to Ezra. You're only going to get the trades, the high-end extras, things like that. Talk Entertainment Tonight, maybe Ash Carson talks, things like that, talking to Ezra. Because
they control the questions.
You can control for sure the question, because they won't fuck around and do anything else.
Yeah.
And I tweeted about it a while ago, and I was like, it's gonna be hard to have respect for people who do that, but you also understand people want to keep their jobs.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a catch-22.
Yeah.
But I bring that up because Ezra Miller is still a star. There was never a conversation about recasting this motherfucker. There was just let them go get help.
There was a lot of talk.
There was rumors.
Yeah, but there was a lot of talk of they should recast him. They should put Grant in there.
But that's what I'm saying. There was no
deep fake it.
There was no studios direct talk. That's what I'm saying. There was no Warner Brothers, Zaslav, all them talk of this is what we should do. It was put out in the ether by people like us and other, people in this spirit, in the space that talk about shit, right?
Yeah.
Now, I hate that no matter what, this is going. Here's the problem. Like we said with Jonathan Majors, if this is real, handle it accordingly. But if it's not, here's what's fucked up. It is going to still be a blemish on him.
Mm-hmm. If it's not, here's my question, because his lawyers and Disney put out, that we have all this information, all this proof that it's not true and it didn't happen, blah, 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 blah. And then everything just went dead ass silent. And then management drops him. And then PR drops him. So I'm like, okay, was that all just a bluff? That they had all that proving that he wasn't, that none of this was true? Because how come it went silent and then now all of a sudden, boom, people are dropping him?
Well, I think one of the biggest things we got to always discuss is that some people, I feel like we as the public feel like we have to be privy to everything going on.
And we don't.
We don't. And so that's why I tied it into what you're saying. Because what they do behind closed doors as far as handling the business and handling all the stuff until it is officially released is none of our concern for all intents. It's just not. And so people like
dudes talking about it.
Because people are gonna be like, oh, it is our he's like, no. You know whose concern it is? It's the parties involved, the companies that hire Majors, the people that represent him. That's all that's privy to all this shit.
Yeah.
But the problem is it's going to be a blemish on Jonathan Majors no matter what. And I'm going to say it because of just like it is, and y'all don't want to hear it, because he's a black dude. Mm-hmm. He's a black dude who's a rising star in Hollywood. He's not just a regular black
superstar.
Actor. He's a superstar now.
He's a rising superstar.
He's a superstar. Ezra Miller has motherfuckers consistently in YouTube comments defending them.
Yeah.
Consistently. There's no blemish. There's proof of all the shit Ezra's done. Even if something you're like, well, this one person made this up, that doesn't negate all the other shit.
Yeah.
But motherfuckers are tooth and nail defending Ezra Miller. And again, I will keep going to this. Like I have said before, The Flash is a great movie. Mm-hmm. Ezra Miller is great in the movie. So, and people are going to say, so shouldn't we give people a second chance and blah, blah, blah. Ezra Miller is literally on its 6th chance in a row.
Yeah.
The fuck are you talking about?
I'm like, yo, Ezra's done. After this movie comes out, he will not be the Flash anymore.
Yeah, but the problem is Ezra won't be the Flash.
After that,
yeah.
Eventually he might come back, but I don't think he's going to be the Flash right after this movie comes out. I think they announce, hey, he's done.
Yeah.
And should this stuff with Jonathan Majors be legit, I bet Disney doesn't say anything until after Loki.
Yeah, I think Disney's gonna handle that how they handle it. So, but again, what is there to say besides, somebody I had somebody come at me and was like, oh, this is why women don't report because people don't believe women. I said, no, that ain't the fucking case. I said what I said. That was another person I had to check on the shit. Look, I do understand that there are many victims, many overwhelming amount of women who are victims of domestic abuse who have not reported it or who have reported it and have not been believed. Mm-hmm. I will never say otherwise. And then on the small amount, there are women who have been spiteful and have lied. Now, I'm not saying everybody recants. I'm not saying about anything like, I'm not saying money or intimidation makes people recant. I'm not saying that. I am saying from what I have seen personally, again, in the grand scheme of things, it is a very small amount.
Yeah.
I'm not saying, it's an overwhelming amount of bitches out here just sitting there setting niggas up. I'm not saying that. But what you think I'm saying that? I'm not saying it at all. Because some people going to take it as that. It's like, nah. I'm just keeping shit a buck with y'all as I always fucking do. So, like I stated before, and I'll move on after this. If it's legit, if everything is proved, like I don't give a fuck. Again, if it's legit in the court of law, I have to say it that way because the court of public opinion is not a real motherfucking thing.
Don't fucking matter.
You can be mad. You can hate a person. You can dislike them. You can say you're not supporting them, et cetera, et cetera. The court of public opinion is not a real fucking thing. It does not hold real validity. The court of law is what we're talking about here. Mm-hmm. If the court of law says that man is, he's completely charged and there's proof he's did it and all these things, then go forward with that as need be.
Yeah.
Also, while we were gone, the Marvels trailer dropped.
It's so good.
I fucking loved it. Shouts out to Nia DaCosta, who may have called out every little bitchy ass whiny boy and man beard that was telling Brie Larson to smile more when they used the Beastie Boys lyrics in it. In the very beginning, bam, don't tell me to smile. I was like, I love it. So here's how you know it's a lot of bitch-made ass niggas out here. Mm-hmm. And when I say bitch-made ass niggas, that ain't applying to black dudes. It's white, Hispanic, Asian, everything. It's the most disliked teaser trailer on YouTube.
Are you serious?
Yes. But so the numbers for it, it's right now sitting at over 400,000 likes and 365,000 dislikes. You motherfuckers just want to review bomb some shit. I hate bitch-made ass.
So good.
I hate bitch-ass, puss-ass niggas. I hate you non-pussy, non-whining ass bitch-made, why women don't want to fuck me ass dudes. Those are the type of dudes doing this shit. You're mad because Brie Larson said she want to see more than white men in her press junkets. Mm-hmm. And then you stupid ass idiots went, oh, well, she don't want men watching the movie. She said she wants to see more than just white dudes at our press junkets. Because why? The press represents more than just white dudes who see movies. You fucks. So because of that, go ahead.
I told them on Lando Project the other day, like, this shit is making me not want to do this anymore. Like, it's just so negative and pissy and bitchy that I just can't handle the fucking level of man babies. It just hurts me to my soul. Like, I don't like, even as a dude, all right, just thinking as straight up just a dude. Why do you not want to see fine ass Brie Larson? Like,
because fine ass Brie Larson don't like them.
And
that's the thing. That's their thing. Because fine ass Brie Larson don't like them. There's nothing about that movie and those three leads that say you shouldn't want to watch this.
It looks so good.
When you find out that their powers are entangled.
And Iman Vellani is gonna kill it.
When she first swaps with Monica, it was like, is this a test to get the Avengers? And then when fucking Hill and Fury show up at the door, she's like, did I get in? Dude, that shit is amazing to me. And so it just is really upsetting that grown men want to whine and bitch and cry and complain. It's really upsetting that motherfuckers can't enjoy something for what it is.
Exactly.
Instead, they got to be like, well, this is not for me because it's all about empowering girls and they're forcing diversity and it's woke. Shut your hoe ass up.
Also, if it's not for you, fine, don't watch it.
Yeah, but motherfuckers got to
That's it.
Yeah, you would think that's easy. You would think it's easy. You just don't watch it. Just don't fucking watch it.
I'm so hyped for this, dude. And plus, Intergalactic might be my favorite Beastie Boys song.
It's the perfect song for this movie trailer. But, you know, you're going to hear more people cry and complain until this movie comes in. It's going to be the same. I guarantee you, you can put a pin on this right now. Episode 24, season 2 of the Mad Titan podcast. It's going to drop either later today, April 18th. More likely it'll drop today, April 18th. You can put a pin in it right here at this moment when I say, I guarantee you, the same normal dudes that make them little clammy ass YouTube thumbnails are going to be like, oh, this was too woke. It's going to be all the same. It's going to be all the usual suspects.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I would have liked it if they wouldn't have done this and all this women. I guarantee you they're going to do it.
Yeah.
I guarantee you. Because here's the problem. You know you're going to do the shit. You know you're not going in to watch this movie with a fair eye. Why even bother? Because you want other bitch-made ass niggas and bitch-made bitches to click on your shit.
Yeah.
Remember how I said earlier, I'm going to say some shit that might get you in your feelings and I don't give a fuck? This is that part.
Facts.
This is that part.
Facts.
Don't go see it. Don't go see it. You just want to whine about some shit. You just want to fucking whine.
I don't like Avatar. I just don't. I'm not a fan. I didn't like the first one. I thought it was just, Fern Gully made bigger.
Yes.
So I didn't go see the new one. You know why? Because I'm not interested in it. I'm not out here bitching and crying and disliking and giving bad reviews for a movie I didn't see because I just don't care.
I have not seen Avatar. I have not seen Avatar 2 at all. Like for the exact same reason. It's not.
And are you out there down voting it?
No.
It's not hard to do.
Did I make a bunch of Facebook and Twitter posts and Instagram posts? Oh, I know it's gonna be. It's like no. I'm not a fan of it. I wasn't a fan of it. Right. I wasn't a fan. I didn't feel like I needed to wait 10 years. And then all I kept hearing people tell me was, it is visually beautiful. What about the story? It is visually beautiful. What about the movie itself? It is visually beautiful. That is not going to get me to go see this shit.
Nope.
At all. So now let's move on. Now, it's a new report out that suggests that Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige is planning to take a different approach to the hiring process, and he's turning to experienced filmmakers for future movies and TV shows. So this is what's happening. So remember, he gave us, we had Chloe Zhao for Eternals, and this is before she won the Oscar. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, he's going to, he wants to hire more established talent. He's not going to do so many. So, like, you're going to have people like, when it comes to like, Sam Raimi's established, but the problem is you got to have Sam Raimi want to be on board with what the fuck you need to do. Mm-hmm. You got Matt Shackman, who did he wasn't experienced as Rami, but he did WandaVision, which was a success. So that's how he was able to get Fantastic Four. But you're going to start seeing more. What Marvel was known for a while, at first, was bringing in these relatively unknown directors and letting them get the big blockbuster breaks. Ryan Coogler.
Mm-hmm. The
Russos. They were known, but they weren't major names as far as directors, where everybody was clamoring to have them. So they're going to go back, and I get it, because they don't want to take the look. Chloe Zhao did again. You asked me about it. I like Eternals because I like weird characters, and I get what they were trying to do. But if you ask me about Eternals is a beautiful looking movie. Chloe Zhao didn't make a superhero movie; she made cinema, and
with superheroes in
with superheroes in it. So it'll be interesting to see the report. The way that he takes that. So James Gunn has recently revealed the origin of Nebula's new arm cannon. Okay, so she tweeted out so Karen Gillian, who plays Nebula, tweeted out the shot of her in the new TV spot that shows the new arm cannon, which it says "New arm, who's this?" And then Gunn responded, "Courtesy Rocket." So Rocket basically got her the arm cannon.
That's cool.
Also, I just like to say this real quick before I go into any other news that I have is involving James Gunn, or, I do fucking really love and hate that this man tweets anything
he want to say.
Not that. It's not the fact that he tweets it. It's that he tweets and motherfuckers got to make whole ass articles off of what he tweeted.
Yeah.
I'm like, if I see him tweet some shit, I'm like, well, here comes 72 think pieces of 2 words. Mm-hmm. Again, it just said courtesy Rocket. Cool. Oh, James Gunn told us I should get it on. Oh, we know what to get it. Can y'all just wait till the motherfucking movie comes out?
Does that matter? They're making articles about that? All right.
That's how I'm telling you the story. So I'm telling you the story. But I will let you all know my thoughts on Guardians of the Galaxy are next week. Anyway. Did you get
going early?
Yeah, I got my screening invite yesterday.
Oh, that's dope.
Now I got to figure out who I'm taking.
I can fly out there. What day is it?
Here's the thing. Well, let me tell you. This is the part where y'all be like, "Yo, Jay bogus for this." So BC has to be able to offer one of several things. Friendship is a given, so I don't count that anymore. You have to be able to offer career advice.
I can give you some
elevation.
Advice.
Career advice.
I've been in an elevator.
I'm afraid to say the next one in. Nope.
Come on, Jay.
I want some pussy. And nope. Don't you say a motherfucking thing.
We can work something out.
And when I say that, people are like, oh, you just trying to fuck because yes. Look, hey girl, you trying to go hang out and kick it. Oh, what you got planned? You want to go see this Marvel movie before it come out? Oh, Big Daddy, thank you. Yes. All right. My last bit of Marvel news. This was a dope casting announcement when I heard it. Mia Goth is in Blade.
Yeah.
And now it has been revealed who Mia Goth may be playing. Oh. She may be Lilith. In the comics, she's there's one or two Liliths. There's the demon sorceress who debuted in the pages of Ghost Rider, but this one is the daughter of Dracula.
Okay.
Now, so what the possibly believe is that she may be an amalgamation of both. So it isn't confirmed or whatnot, but Blade is set to begin production later on this year in Atlanta. The script is rewritten, everything is cool. You know, remember we were hearing about all this shit, how Mahershala was pissed. And they had Feige them had them do a page one rewrite this whole shit. You know, so they did a rewrite, they got it together, they get ready to go to production. But Mia Goth is out here killing it as well. Mia Goth is killing the game. So here's the best part. We learned that vampires exist through Loki. Loki told us vampires. So it's not going to be weird having a Blade, because you're going to find out there are parts of the world you still don't know.
Yeah.
Recently, the world that is the MCU over the past 10 years, including the blip, just found out about aliens. So if aliens are real, vampires are absolutely real.
And aliens been around since the 90s.
Yes, they have. Thank you to Nick Fury for telling us. And if you want to go further, outer world technology has been around since World War II.
Oh, yeah.
Captain America. Captain America, the first Avenger. You know, so out of world technology. Remember, the Tesseract is the whole thing. And so you get all that. So again, also, Blade is potentially going to be rated R. I think it gets it because Deadpool gets it.
See, but didn't Feige say the only thing they're going to do that is rated R will be Deadpool? We won't do anything else? I mean, he could change his mind, obviously, but...
Look, I understand there are going to be stupid-ass parents. They're going to be like, I want to take my kid to see this. Did you take your kid? Were you the younger child that got taken to see the original Blades? If you weren't,
my parents wouldn't even. I rented it once, and then my sister went and told my parents, that's rated R. He shouldn't be able to watch it. And so my dad, the only time my parents ever wouldn't let me watch something, for some reason, they're like, "Oh no, this is too violent. You can't watch this."
See what I'm saying?
I've been seeing Terminator.
So there's the possibility, like the parents that's like the same parents who complained about Deadpool 1. Why the fuck are you complaining about a movie rated R and you take it? I want to take my child to see it. Well, clearly you don't know what Deadpool is anyway.
Yeah.
You just thought because it's a Marvel movie, it's got Marvel, it's automatically for kids, but you've never even read a Deadpool comic to let you know Deadpool directly isn't for kids.
Not even that. You don't even understand how ratings of movies work, because if something is rated R, it's not for kids, regardless of what the material is.
And also rated R in movies is not always due to language.
Facts.
There can be an X amount, but there's so much blood on screen that it becomes, that's why Werewolf by Night is in black and white.
Isn't it like splatter? Like if blood splatters?
That's why Werewolf by Night is in black and white.
Yeah.
If blood splatters and all this shit and leaks, rated R. You know, so.
Yeah.
But also, most motherfuckers ain't gonna be bleeding. They're gonna turn to ash.
Facts.
Unless he out here killing familiars, which I'm all about killing niggas that's vampire coons. Anyway, I just really said vampire coons. So that's the end of my Marvel news. I'm learning I got to take a break, like quick break pause. So I'm gonna take a quick break and we're gonna switch to DC.
Okay.
All right. So let's get into DC news. So here's some things. Of the Avengers in-game directors are open to directing The Brave and the Bold. The Russos,
I did not know that,
have said that, if James Gunn and DC Studios want us to, we open to it. Do you understand? If the Russos direct The Brave and the Bold, look, I know how we said and people feel about James Gunn directing shit. That you are on the perfect path. You are on the perfect fucking path for this studio.
Yep. Dude, I am all think about the Winter Soldier as a Batman movie.
Because Muschietti is also in talks to possibly do it. Affleck might do it. We don't know, but I'm here for it.
Yeah.
I'm here for it. Speaking of James Gunn, go ahead.
Like the Winter Soldier was already a detective type movie because
it's an espionage. It's espionage.
Espionage, yes. So that would kill as Batman.
Mm-hmm.
Oh fuck. I'm in. All in.
Yo, the motherfucking Russo brothers. The Russo brothers? I'm so cool with it.
Do you think that goes just like Marvel? They do the Brave and the Bold, and then they go and do the Justice League?
I don't think Justice League is in the plan no time soon.
I know, but it will be at some point.
It doesn't. Does it need to be?
I think so.
No.
You don't ever want to see another Justice League movie?
I don't think we need a Justice League for a very, very, very long time.
What?
I think DC can live with every other faction, cameos, all this shit without fucking having Justice League around. Yes, the culmination, because what it is now once you, just like with the Avengers movie, you get this, now you got to get to the next one and the next one and the next one. But you got to establish this universe first. You can't look up and say in 5 years we're gonna give you a Justice League movie. It's not gonna make sense.
Yeah.
Pre-production is underway on Superman Legacy. James Gunn, of course, posted on Twitter and said, "Hey, it's about ready to happen." So they said the costumes are being made, production design. So pretty soon we're gonna be getting some announcements of who was in this movie. Yeah, we're gonna get some announcements, and I promise you. Everybody, again, them same people gonna be pissed the fuck off. All right, that's all I got for DC news. I got so much more, but I gotta get out of here. We gotta get to these emails. MadTitanPodcast@gmail.com. MadTitanPodcast@gmail.com. 818-276-6947. That's the hotline. 818-276-6947. This is an email I got. And again, I'm going back a couple of weeks. I didn't realize some of these were in here. Let me check the spam as well, because sometimes some of y'all shit go to spam. And I'm like, that's crazy. Yeah. That's not that. Cool. All right. My first email is from Corday Snell. Shout out to the homie. He says, "Dear Mad Titan Podcast, with the underwhelming success of Shazam Fury of the Gods due to the interference of The Rock or the changes coming from under James Gunn, what do you think is the future for the Shazam franchise and Zachary Levi? Does The Rock remain as Black Adam, let me read this all over. Dear Mad Titan Podcast, with the underwhelming success of Shazam Fury of the Gods, I am tired and trying to do 7 things at once. Due to the interference from The Rock or changes coming from under James Gunn, what do you think is the future for the Shazam franchise and Zachary Levi? Also, does The Rock remain as Black Adam, or does James Gunn get rid of him?" Well, I don't know if you could say The Rock was fully interfering in it. I think The Rock just fucked up by not being in it. I think I stand by that. I think that his ego to be Black Adam and not let Black Adam be a villain, in which that's what the fuck he is. I know there's a point where he's an anti-hero. I think that is what killed all that. Because Shazam should have been the second Shazam should have been him versus Black Adam, him and the family versus Black Adam. Then he could have did the Black Adam movie. That would have worked so much better. I said that before. Does Shazam stick around? Probably not. Does Zachary Levi stay on? Probably not. But, and I'll wrap this. What I'm saying with this, the way Shazam works, it could. But here's the only issue: Billy gets older, and at some point, Billy's gonna have to look like the grown version. What do you? So, go ahead.
See, that's a big point of it, with the fact that you got Billy and the kids are already outgrowing, so it's already gone too fast. I don't think The Rock had anything. I don't think Shazam or Black Adam were ever going to do okay because we knew what was coming. We knew this reboot was coming and things were changing and all that. And James Gunn even said, yo, the Flash is what's going to reset our whole universe. So I think everyone was just like, whatever. These movies are coming out. And marketing was terrible for Shazam. So I don't blame anything on The Rock. I think, again, I am a super Rock mark, though. So,
which is why I kind of was like.
And as far as Shazam continuing, I just don't think James Gunn needs him right now.
I think what he got going with Creature Commandos, all this other shit, it doesn't.
No.
It doesn't. I think, like I said, it could, but as of right now, with Chapter 1, with everything he's announced, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't seem like it fits at the moment. But if it doesn't fit at the moment, let me backtrack what I said earlier. By the time they get older, it won't matter.
Yeah,
it won't fucking matter. So
now you could recast Billy and keep Zachary Levi.
Yeah.
But who knows? If we even see a Shazam or Black Adam anytime in the future.
I mean, I wouldn't, like I said, I wouldn't be opposed to it. I wouldn't be too opposed to it. What was the other one? Creature Commandos, The Authority. That's the other one. The Authority he got. Okay, I couldn't remember the other name I was thinking of. So yeah, that's the thoughts on that. Appreciate the email. So this one is from Fred Castillo, a member of the Supervillain Squad. Deadpool destroys the multiverse. He says, "Hey Jay and Mr. J and BC, got a couple more questions for you. First, what is the next Marvel?
Fred so much.
What is the next Marvel $1 billion movie? Moviegoers currently seem to be rejecting the storyline the MCU is telling. I'm hoping it's the next one, but there's a lot of angst for the second Guardians movie. Also, I heard that in Deadpool 3 is going to be going against the TVA. It makes sense since he's altered timelines at the end of Deadpool 2. Do you think this is a way Marvel Studios can introduce more mutant characters in the universe, like a younger Charles Xavier or Eric Lyncher? Thanks again for reading this, and you and BC have a wonderful week. Go Rangers." Fred Castillo. I think the rejection of the storyline part is kind of true, but I think it's because everybody's so used to, we want everything happening right now. What's the next $1 billion movie? I'm pretty sure it's going to be the Marvels. If Guardians 3 don't do it.
You think the Marvels makes $1 billion, even with the whiny bitch babies?
Captain Marvel made $1 billion, even with whiny bitch babies.
Oh, did it? Okay. Yeah. I was going to say New World Order.
Captain Marvel.
But if the first Captain Marvel made $1 billion, I think this one.
Captain Marvel made $1.131 billion.
Okay. And Miss Marvel was so good. So I think you're right. I think the Marvels could. I think New World Order has a good chance as well. Maybe Thunderbolts, possibly Deadpool.
Deadpool for sure gonna crack $1 billion.
Yeah.
Deadpool for sure gonna crack $1 billion. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that, because not only is it Deadpool, you got a Hugh Jackman back.
Mm-hmm.
It's absolutely gonna crack a fucking $1 billion. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those things you're like, yeah, this is what's happening. Through all intensive purposes, the next batch of Marvel movies should all make $1 billion apiece, or if not close to it. Now, I know a lot of people are going to say, well, Ant-Man and the Wasp was supposed to make $1 billion. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. It's a fucking Ant-Man movie. I need people to keep, look, can we take out for a hot second how amazing Jonathan Majors was as Kang? Okay? Yes, but it still doesn't change the fact it was an Ant-Man movie.
A basic at that.
A basic Ant-Man movie at that. That doesn't change the. You weren't going, even with Jonathan Majors and Kang, you still weren't going to crack $1 billion in an Ant-Man movie. You just wasn't.
Yeah. No.
You just wasn't. So I think the Marvels has a chance of pushing it. Guardians, because like I said, what's happening in the Rocket, because of the potential of people dying, Whenever there's a potential of people dying in a movie that you've grown to love as characters, you want to see it.
Yeah.
Now, the question becomes, do we count the China box office? Don't we? Because again, globally, this movie is gonna do $1 billion.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna do $1 billion. If this movie don't do $1 billion, it'll do 800 million.
Mm-hmm.
Which 200 million shy of $1 billion ain't that fucking
damn
bad.
good.
Ain't that fucking bad.
No.
This is not gonna do 500 million. This is not gonna do 5 and 6 and just call it and then just get pulled. That's not
this ain't gonna be Black Adam.
This ain't gonna be Black Adam at all.
Mm-hmm.
This is not gonna be that. So I mean, that's what that is on that. But let me see if that's it. So thank you, Fred, again for your email. Let me see if I got anything else here. Oh yeah.
Wait. What do you think?
The Deadpool shit. Let's
what do you think about Deadpool possibly taking on the TVA? I would love that. I don't think it's gonna happen, but I would love it.
That's what it is. That's why you got Owen Wilson in it. Yes.
Owen Wilson's in Deadpool?
Yeah. Oops. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Do we have to edit that out?
Nope. Keep it in.
Oh, look at that. Owen Wilson's in Deadpool. You heard it here first. The Mad Titan podcast.
Yeah. So that's how you get what that is.
You know I'm going to use that clip to promote this. Right.
Hey, okay. Yeah, please do. But also, like I told you, that's what the movie is. His world is a giant incursion on top of everything else he did. His world is having an incursion. That's why you're getting multiple Wolverines. Mm-hmm. You're getting Hugh Jackman in every Wolverine suit.
Dog, I'm so excited.
You getting him in the shit they wore in the X-Men movies. He getting in the black leather. You getting him in the brown and yellow, and the yellow, black, and blue.
Yo, if we don't also get an animated version of Wolverine in this, if that's the way they're going,
I wouldn't be surprised because
I wouldn't either.
With X-Men 97 being back,
I
wouldn't be surprised. We get a whole just, hey, bub, real quick.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised.
I'm not gonna lie. I will lose my shit if that happens.
So
I mean, I'm gonna have a big bucket of popcorn, and if I see an animated, that popcorn's going in the air, bro.
Can I you know what? Here's my
Don't
question.
Be seeing Deadpool 3.
Here's the question I have. Why does it always have to be popcorn? Why can't I just get a big bag of chips? Like maybe I want to eat a big ass bag of Sun Chips. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Here's why. This is why I feel like movie theaters need to start selling chips. Popcorn gets stuck in your motherfucking teeth.
Oh yeah.
You always do kernels. With chips, you just like, all right, I just need some napkins, got this shit on my fingers, I might lick my fingers, and do some shit, and you're good.
Jay, you got a business idea. Let's open our own theater and sell
chips. Nothing but chips. That sells chips. I'm for it, bro. I'm for it.
I'm all in.
All right, so that's all the emails we got for this week that I had to catch up on. Thank you, everybody. Again, if you said it was another email, I don't have any emails. I checked the spam, everything. Thank you, everybody who has listened. Yeah, BC. Tell the people, before I say anything else, if you liked it, please make sure you are liking this, rate it and review it 5 stars, please. Rate it and review it on iTunes, Spotify, wherever you are listening to us. Please do that so we can get this shit up some. I think I'm going to be switching servers for where the podcast comes from. So this way I can try to put ads in here and shit. I'm trying to make money on it because y'all love it, but I got bills. BC got bills. I want to pay BC. So
that'd be cool.
I would like to pay BC, Now I'm not saying how much I'm trying to pay him $6, but I'd like to pay BC.
Jay, you pay me with your presence, buddy.
Okay,
and taking me to screenings like Guardians of the Galaxy 3. I'll be on the plane tomorrow.
So I saw that you said pay me with your presence. That's recorded. Cool. So when you ever ask why can't I get paid? I don't need to. You don't need to get paid. You already said my presence is enough. All right. So go ahead and tell people how they can find you.
You can find me on all the social medias at The Grind Calls, TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram. Also, like Jay said, hit those reviews, give those thumbs up on YouTube's, all that stuff. Share this with people, man. Show our podcast to other people. You help us make our voices louder.
Yes, indeed. Please do that. You already know where to find me. TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Mr. J Washington, MRJAY. You should know how to spell Washington. If you want to support the podcast in any way, please, you can go to patreon.com. If you want to drop a Cash App or a Venmo, look, I'm telling you, I'm not just saying this to say it. All this shit helps to keep this going, to pay for it, pay for the editing software, all that other shit. I don't have no producers. I don't have nobody outside. This is all me. And all this other shit. So I'm Mr. J Washington across the board. But if you want to support the Patreon, patreon.com/Mr. J Washington. All of those are producers of the show as well, but the members of my Supervillain squad. So thank you to you all. Alberto Rios, thank you. And you're at my 101 level. Bobby McMillan, thank you for being at the 101 level. Brock Severson, Chauncey Woodson, thank you for being at the 101 level. Cheryl Corman, Chris Lee, thank you for being at the 101 level. Dan Bimke, Daniel, David Adams, Fanboy Cantina, Fillmore Pockets, Fred Castillo, I mentioned before, thank you. Greg Morrissey, Jolene, thank you for being at the 101 level. Justin Square, Carla Vasquez, Kevin Williams, Kirsty Oliveria, Luke Shergers, thank you for being at the 101 level. Marcus Burton and Patrick Harden, thank you all for being there. You guys are still here, and I appreciate you all for the support. Trust me, it means the world to me, more than I can say. Listen, we got to get up out of here. We will holler at y'all next week. Hopefully there's more news because the summer's rolling around, so shit's starting to happen. We will holler. Take care. I'm out. Bye.